Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about the ribbon bar. Ribbon bar has two versions, has a version ribbon bar or button bar. Obviously it's used to specify the CRUD actions, but also you can add additional actions there as well. The position of the ribbon bar can be on the layout level, so you can specify a ribbon container, which of course obviously contains a ribbon bar, so you can have the ribbon container on the layout level, which is full width of the page. You could specify a ribbon bar here on the grid itself. So then we'll activate here the ribbon container. Here's the secondary ribbon bar for the grid, but you could also specify a ribbon bar on the form. And then again, you'll do the same, activate the ribbon container. If you activate it on a form, by default, it will be set as a button bar. On a data grid also it will be set as a button bar, and on the layout itself it will be set as a standard ribbon bar. You can choose how to position your buttons of your ribbon bar. You can do it vertically or horizontally. If it's a button bar, you can choose how to align the buttons. You want to align them left or right with this option here. Let's see how that translates in a portal. We'll close this one here. So this actually is on the layout level. This one is on the data grid level, and this one here is on the form level. Now let's play a little bit with the positions. So this one I like to have vertical, and I want to put the ribbon bar the position to the left of my data grid. And here the form, I click on the form and I say please put that on the right of my form, and I'll click on the ribbon bar here and I'll just say okay, vertical is fine. Okay, I'll save that. We'll refresh the page and see what happens. As you can see, the layout is still on top. The buttons here on the left are linked to the grid, data grid, and here on the right they're linked to the form. With this technique you can basically embed any form in any other screen and just put your ribbon bar right next to the form or the grid, however you like to style it. Now if you click on this little pen here, it'll open up the designer for the ribbon bar. By default, I have turned off the use of tabs and tab groups here, because I don't use them in my application, but it's possible to use additional tabs. You can just add here new, and you can type exports, and you can have additional buttons as well, or separators with a button, another button, etc. Or simply add here a separator and maybe some additional buttons like that. So because I don't use tabs in my example, I'll simply delete this again and I'll save, and let's have a look on the result on the portal. So as you can see, I added my button. Now we still need to do some additional setup on the button, because at the moment it's not doing anything. So I'll just simply click on the button and I'll look here on the right, and these are my button attributes. So I could call this, for example, details. I'll do details here there are some additional things. I can select a icon, like that. I can choose the size, big, small, mini. I'll choose small this time. I can set a key press, and then here this is where it gets interesting. I can now select or choose what should happen if somebody clicks it. So first thing I'll do is I select trigger, and what I want to do basically is open a program. So, and which program to open? For example, my test application here. And I want to open it as a model. And let's say I want 50% of the screen. I'll save that. I'll refresh the page. As you can see, now it's a small button. I can click on running fine. Now you can do the same with other kinds of triggers or endpoints. You can just launch an endpoint if you like, or set some additional stuff here. So I think that's about it for our ribbon bar. It's pretty straightforward, and I'll talk to you.